I think it's like, I don't know, man. And if you're playing
audio testing one,
like
2,
mortars, and you get to stun all of that stuff, or you can like self-cast whatever like ability that you want, right? I don't even think the gory generation is really going to be that bad,
1, 2,
to be honest.
Right now, banner lingers 3 seconds, bro. Unscalable, so it's 4 seconds.
Yeah, but the AoE is pretty big on them, right? I saw in the video. Well, how long does banner last after you leave the area?
4 seconds. Banner's linger is 3 seconds, bro. I think it's like if you start with 5, if you have 100%.
Yeah, but the AoE is pretty big on them, right? I saw.
You need what, 250 or 150 is the banner?
All right. Hopefully
it's only in the
audio
release, but you guys are coding things and those
Yeah,
unchanged.
so.
Do you think it's not going to be linger anymore? You increased to 4.4.
Well.
Oh,
Morning internet. We'll have to adjust
I think the mortar nodes are like pretty good too. Freaking +1 to
here.
totems, and
I think
300 days.
I think it can be
kind of without leaving home.
I think I'll put it in C. I think it's safer to put it in C because I don't want to bait people, but I think it could be good. It could be good, but right now I can't judge because we don't have the tree. We don't have like all the relevant information. We don't even have the gems, but I think banners could be good. Depending on like what they do with it.
Yeah, it's definitely a lot of another tactician. Sushi Y into the abyss.
I mean, do we
Anyway,
disagree with
haven't-
this
for
take?
anyone who
I mean, like
watches
banners
this
could be
or
good.
Path of
It
Exile,
has the potential. Like,
I
look at how
recommend
good
this video
War Totem could be,
that
or War Banner
for
could be
some reason on
in the game
Rutu's
if they gave
channel.
it any sort of aura
Although
effect.
it's not him. I guess
Like,
he's
look at
the one
what
who
War
featured
Banner
it.
is, guys. War Banner
Wanted to
is
see it happen.
25% more
But
attack damage.
not his
50%
content,
increased
he's
accuracy
discussing it
and
with
25. You know how hard it is to get 25
big
attack
names
speed in PoE?
in
Bro, it's not
PoE.
PoE 1 where you get
Gun
freaking 8% on a jewel, bro.
Young
Like, the
Realm.
attack speed nodes are fucking trash, bro.
The-
If you
also
can get
nerfed
25.
on
know
nerfed
if you're
attack
playing
dispatch,
PoE,
'cause,
Yeah.
2 and you're like
And there's
not
no
really
martial
familiar with
tempo
the
now,
game,
like,
So
man,
I
like
doubt
20.
very
If this
few newcomers
gets
come to this
multiplied,
channel, but
it's humongous.
it's important to
of a
know
fucking
who's
banner.
who
So
in
I,
PoE and who provides quality
good.
Yeah.
content
That's
and
why I
who's
think
just
attack is like, I don't know. If I was a betting man, attack is like, it's higher risk, right? But I think it's like,
my vote of
I
confidence
agree.
goes
Like,
towards
and there's
Young Realm.
there's aura
Overall.
magnitude on jewels.
wanna
I mean, you're probably not gonna get to this,
be
right?
on
But
the-
man, I just think there's great
How do I
potential
put
there
this?
for
If you
whatever.
wanna- if
and
you
like
wanna
you know,
sniff out the next
and the
OP
most important
build,
thing in the game right
He's
now
working hard every
for
day
anybody
to
in the
find
game,
that for
and I
you.
don't think anyone could disagree,
He's never
is movement
disappointed. He
speed
has
and fucking 30% movement speed with aura effect.
extremely
Dude, you
good
can get like
grasp
50 movement
over the
speed in the
game. All these
game, man.
people
How
do
like
You
how
know,
could
I
like
mean,
I think
Vince,
Young
what
Realm
protection
in
is B tier?
particular
like that's why
I don't think it could be really that bad.
Like, what if it's like 30% banner?
exactly
on
why
benefits,
a
right?
build is good.
That would fucking
Yeah.
makes it tick.
It's just-
and
yeah, I
you
guess
can
it's
see
just
it by the
window.
way he makes
I agree.
POVs.
I agree.
Be more
That's the only.
consistent.
Takes out
I'm
all
sure
the
there could be a
fluff,
build for it. We just don't have
reduces the
information for me to
build
make
down
it.
to the
And I'm
core
pretty sure
part
when I
of
do
what
make
makes
it,
it
I
work.
think it could be good.
If
If
someone
he
is
knows it
able
good.
to reduce a
I
build
think
down,
I think
its
it'll
core
probably. If I had to
components,
take a guess,
to me,
I'd
it's a sign
guess
that
that
he
it ends up being
understands
the sense
exactly
of
why
dispatch.
build
Titan.
works. It means he's
John
smart.
hates
It means
the
he understands
Senate,
build.
apparently.
It means he
I
can
hate it.
customize it to his
I
own
think it's
preference.
dog
I like
I
it.
think
If someone's
Titan got
unable
nerfed
to
a
do this,
lot.
they're just running the
Uh,
build because they
I think
Because
it got
AoE
bumped
nodes.
into
copied it.
tree. There's more
Someone
nodes
else,
now.
They have no
No,
idea.
but it
It's like
lost
with
like
cooking.
But
the
it's not like
main.
you
If you can take the
More
recipe and identify
Yeah.
You know, you
why
can still
The
take the
ni-
same number of notes.
it tastes
man.
good.
Yeah,
You can
I know,
remove the
but like
pepper,
you
you can
won't
remove
travel
the,
as far, and
salt.
there's
Well,
more
you don't
nodes
have to,
in
but I mean, like,
proximity.
you could
You're getting
remove
more
the
value, right? You're
frills
getting
from
less
the
travel
recipe,
nodes.
and it will still
I'm gonna
taste
put Titan.
fucking
I would
good.
say Titan is a C tier ascendancy still. It lost
What I'm
all
trying
its
to say is
utility.
Young
It lost a
Realm
lot
is
of
that
utility.
guy who understands the
from-
core of why a build
from
is very
AoE.
good.
Tremors
To a
Tremors
very
was
high
removed,
degree.
bro.
And he has
Aftershocks are
also
gone.
a
Like,
great track
I don't
record
know.
in my
I've heard
mind
C
for
tier.
always providing
What does this have on it? I think it's the worst warrior sense.
Actually
I think this is the
usable
worst warrior
builds.
sense in the game right now. What does it actually have?
tested.
Heavy stun stuff?
Like when I use them,
no,
Still has
free
light
inventory
work.
space.
I think it's ass. I
Very
think it's
well.
fucking terrible. Like I think it's an actual D tier sense.
So
I
many-
can't imagine playing
so
this
many-
ever. I can't. Like
PoE
you
1,
could, but I think
I
it's
mean, you still have the
he
you
was
the
right about
reduced
it. So
duration stuff,
auction, well,
With
with
what?
right?
What?
I mean, there's still a lot of
previously he
stuff
was-
in the game, like
he was
utility-wise.
talking
There's still
about,
the reduced
you know what,
duration stuff that
this
you can
guy
only
just
do on Titan.
Stop the yapping. Can't think. You know, one thing that you can't think is if another voice is overriding it. You just can't think. That's too much yapping. Rutu is. I feel like I'm kind of similar to this guy in a way that this guy just won't shut up, right? He's like a. Jokes that he's like. They say he's like a cat. He's more like a cat that escaped from the zoo and needs to be shot with a tranquilizer. It's too much for me. But some people like him, I guess, for that reason. Jungwon is like the quiet, reasonable, you know, and Fubgun, I just don't like the guy because he's very feminine. I realized Fubgun. He's like a woman dressed in a man's gender. I mean, like, he's passive aggressive, he's manipulative, he's deceitful, but he's very good at making money. I don't know what to tell you. He's like the ultimate like attractive female gold digger who never shows their face in the world of PoE. He's very womanly. And the joke has been made before that he's a girl or something like that, or he'd be like someone's girlfriend. And it's not just a stupid joke. He kind of exudes that kind of aura of being a very feminine character. And I think that's a big reason for his popularity is that because PoE is a male-dominated, like, you know, it's 98% male, honestly, PoE 2 is. And when a character, when a guy who's very good at the game can exude a feminine aura, it makes him very, very attractive, I think, to the general audience. So anyway, maybe I'm a feminine guy too, that's why I don't like him. It's like a rival or something. I don't know. That's not true. He's not a damsel in distress. He's the motherfucker knows how to grind currents like no other. Every league. But like as everyone says, he's a grinder. He spends an extraordinary amount of time in the game, playing the game every day, blasting as fast as he can. It's exhausting to play the way he plays. Exhausting, I'm telling you. You just can't sustain it. So, interlude over. Since I had an amazing time talking to Galen yesterday about League starters, I realized, man, like, I hadn't slept well for like several days in a row. And I told Galen, no joke, every time I talk to him, my mind first of all gets exhausted because, and then at the same time, I sleep so well at night. Like, and I did. Last night, I did wake up at 4 as usual, but then you know what I did? It sounds almost gay, but like I just played the conversation, the video I had with him yesterday, and I fell asleep again. Nothing would put me back to sleep before, nothing. But if I just play that conversation I had with him, I went back to sleep. It put my anxiety and put it at ease. And I was joking with like some guy in the comments saying, like, oh, if only he was a girl or something. I'm not sure if the relationship would work out the same way. It's just like, imagine there's a girl with his personality. Oh my God, that would be the fucking dream, you know? Like, you know, damn. It's just. In some ways, though, I have to say my ex-wife is kind of like him. I don't know. They have a kind of same like quietness, yet they challenge you at every step. Like, well, why do you think that way? Or it's weird. I can't explain it. People, this is never discussed, right? Because it's not scientifically proven. And in this modern age, whatever is not scientifically proven is automatically hearsay or garbage, or whoever the fuck thinks that way is just stupid retard. But if science cannot save you from the misery of depression and anxiety, tell me, is it all that cracked up as you think it is? You see, like, it doesn't matter if God is real or not, I suppose. If believing in religion causes you to lead a fulfilling life, then it serves its purpose. They said that in Life of Pi. That was very extremely poignant. They said they're not saying religion is true. They're not saying God is real. No one's saying this in the movie, I think. But the crux of the movie, the whole point of the movie was summed up at the very end, where the Life of Pi is a whole story, right? It's a huge journey he undertakes with many like struggles within. And then at the very end, he's talking to someone else and saying, okay, I'll give you two versions of the story, right? The first one is an atheist version, where like the atheist version is basically, well, there's no God. Okay, so everything's random. It's just atoms and energy and Newton's law, and we all know this. Everyone studies science. To be an atheist is not special. If you're looking to be special or funny or whatever, actually being religious is the off meta choice now. The meta choice, the fub gun choice, is to be an atheist, because that's the logical thing you'd arrive at. I don't want to say religion. I mean like spirituality. Okay, let's not use the word religious, because I remember Galen was like really upset with the word spiritual. Religious. Well, what I'm saying is that the point of the movie that stuck with me for it gave me goosebumps. He said he gave two versions of the story. One that was a pure atheist version, where everything that happened had no meaning. Everything had no meaning. You just take it out, right? You adopt in True Detective, you take Detective Cole's stance. All these moronic worshippers of religion, they're so stupid. The vanity of these people to think that God is even watching over them, that everything that happens, well, I'm the main character, so it has to be for me. What vanity. And from a very scientific perspective, it seems that way, right? It's very vain to think this way. So then you think, oh, that's the way to go about life. But if that leads you to anxiety and depression, because it really does, it means that all the struggles you face through life are meaningless. You didn't have to face it anyway. If that causes you to mentally collapse, and then you go back to No Country for Old Men, that line that Sugar says, if the rule you followed brought you to this, of what use was the rule? So if the rule you follow is, okay, atheism is the thing, it's all science, it's all atoms, energy, nothing means anything, it's all like, we all go to dust and nothing happens after death. If this rule that you follow brings you to anxiety, depression, and in my case, even almost suicide, of what use is the rule? You have to ponder this for a second. Because the truth is, you'll never know anyway, whether God exists or not. Or these statements cannot be proven either way, and science even admits this, that it knows what it knows, but what it doesn't know, it cannot say for sure. Science is fantastic in that regard, in that it admits openly that it doesn't know what it doesn't know. And one has to really stop and think about that for a second, because at every stage of life, it seems we're always so sure about what everything is. With science and everything, we're always so sure, right? Everyone's so infallible until later on it's proven, no, you're not. Oops, that thing you believed in the whole time, that wasn't true. Take that, right? And one has to now develop a respect for the unknown, a strong respect for what you don't know, and less respect for what you already do know. This was covered in a book I read from Taleb, and it's kind of mind-bending, because that means even it should apply to me too. Whatever I know now is just, but the general rule should apply that change is constant, that kind of thing, but also one should really acknowledge the unknown. In a sense, maintain some kind of mental flexibility. I'm sorry, I just can't, I get tangents. I was supposed to focus on PoE, but this all applies to PoE thinking as well. That people who try to sell you the idea that this builds OP, that builds OP, the league hasn't even started yet. We don't even know the fucking uniques yet. How the fuck are we supposed to know what is OP or not? Okay? They're doing an ascendancy tier list, which is, I think it's good, because they're just ranking overall from what they know now, how the ascendancies are shaping up to be. But you better not believe that when you're 3 weeks into the league, don't be surprised if it gets flipped over on its head and everyone's rearranging a fucking tier list because of the uniques that are in the game, because of the items that are in the game, because of the passive tree. We haven't seen a passive tree yet, so no one knows. We have to respect the unknown, that it's a toss-up at this point, and better off at the beginning of the league to pick an ascendancy you like a lot and it feels good to you, and have fun playing, more or less, right? Because you can play multiple characters in this game, obviously, and when everyone says Deadeye is S tier, though, I agree. Like, you just can't go wrong with Deadeye's entire tree. Nothing on that tree seems bad. In fact, it all seems kind of a bit too strong, actually. And at this point, it's funny because people are trying hard not to play Deadeye, because I think there's a strong desire not to be like too, they call it the meta cuck in PoE terms, I think, right? You just blindly subscribe to the popular opinion and just go with it. So, all that being said, egg mix. It's nice to have slept in a while. I mean, I feel much better sleeping well. No surprise there. Thank you, Galen. I don't know why this guy helps me sleep well, but he helps me sleep well. Anyway, I was pondering the Plague Bearer build this morning, as actually one thing that Jungron said kind of got my eyes open today. He too also thinks acidic concoction from Pathfinder. Is my browser maxed out? No. Whoopsies. I have one here. This is cool. Oh, that's so fucking awesome. All right. So, this is a great video to watch because these are very long-time PoE players that stream it. But I have my own little notes here on, this is my unique take on the game for whatever it might be worth. I still think Plague Bearer is an extremely, extremely strong skill if you exploit the Trample Toe interaction. And I've try to understand why. Even I don't understand why sometimes. So I try to, because my morning is my best thinking time, and I was thinking very deeply about this. And first of all, at level 25, this skill does a whopping 26k flat fizz. Okay, so like, that's huge. That's gigantic, and it always poisons. So you cannot really find a gem at level 25 that just does 26k flat damage. And the reason why it's that high is because the developers never expect you to spam the skill over and over again. And you can't in a boss room, usually, because you have to charge Plague Bearer. And why it's broken in the form that I put it out is because I put it down here. The cheat is that you're not meant to use Plague Bearer indefinitely. But since Plague Bearer generates big Trample Toe explosions, and Trample Toe explosions can poison, and Trample Toe explosions can scale with gain X as extra. Okay, so that whole wall of text basically saying that somehow, I don't know how this happened to me, but I figured out somehow by accident, and I really do mean it, like I didn't follow anybody's build here. The timestamp will prove it. That may not be the first, but I certainly not copy someone to get this information. And Galen understands the build in and out, 100%. This guy is a smart dude. He knows exactly what makes a build work. And he's trying to figure it out, like how to, because with 0.3, you lose Deepest Tower, and there's a block nerf. So the crutches that I wrote, the crutches that are used in 0.2 that are gone 0.3 is that you don't have Deepest Tower and Lay Siege, which is like about 350 increased damage. That is quite significant. And you'll have to make up for that somehow, I think. As is though, in the current form, the build completely annihilates maps, like, and map bosses, and only starts to struggle with, I would say, T3 and 4 pinnacles. When I say struggle, I don't mean like you can't kill them, but yeah. I mean, you don't want to be stuck with fighting Arbiter with this kind of build like too long. I mean, T0 Arbiter will be a one-shot, right? With this kind of build, kind of. Essentially, right? you have to look at what Plague Bearer and how it scales, this build. And it's complex because there's many moving parts to it. It is, without being so dramatic about it. You need the primer, what will start the charge, which is shield charge. The detonator, which is Plague Bearer, right? That's the skill that is detonate. It's the bomb going, and then propagator, which is trample toe. And the propagator is what causes one Plague Bearer explosion to wipe out the entire screen because of trample toe's overkill interaction. Without the trample toe, the build is just stupid. It doesn't work anymore. I don't mean like stupid, I mean like it's retarded. It's not a build without trample toe. You need trample toe to make the build function and work. Because the cheat is that trample toe was never meant to poison and recharge Plague Bearer again. And if you watch the build and how it plays, you're walking around essentially, if you never miss your Plague Bearers, it's like a skill that never goes on cooldown, has no mana cost. So you're like, that's very strong. A 26k base damage at 25, which is not that hard to achieve, and goes higher and higher as well. So, the most interesting change from 0.3 must be Pathfinder's acidic concoction, because Jung Roan even points it out in the discussion with Fubgun and Rutu that he thinks it's interesting, acidic concoction, because, and I didn't know this, you can scale crit, I forgot about this, and because you'll be running acidic concoction in your offhand, you can use 25 passive points at max level or whatever. You can use the passive points to respec out of whatever the hell it is, and you go right. You would take off all the points from poison. I don't think acidic concoction can poison. That'd be stupid. You'd just be restacking the damage over and over again. I'm pretty sure it has a line that it can't poison itself. Obviously, it's consuming a poison. It won't reapply one for sure. So you would remove all the poison scaling mechanics on your other tree and go completely into crit. Because I forgot about that. They say unscalable damage. It doesn't mean it can't crit though. And if you add crit to that mix, oh boy. Like it would be huge for single target. Think about it. Even if you had a paltry, like, even if you just scaled up to like, I don't know, you just want to scale crit chance. You don't want to miss your crit. That's it. And if you could do that somehow, well, I mean, so the 150 of the remaining explosion plus the crit multiplier on top, right? So, and as I discussed before, shock magnitude becomes a triple dip scaling mechanism because, or any kind of increased damage taken, because you're having, it's now a 3-stage attack. You shield charge, initial hit, benefits from shock. You Plague Bear after, that's based off the shield charge damage and poison damage, of course. That's also going to double dip. That's going to double dip, right? The poison damage taken away, you then used acidic concoction that's based off that damage, and it detonates for 150 plus crit. That's a triple dip on shock. So if you had, let's say, hard to achieve but doable, if you had the max shock effect, which is 100%, or you have a party member do that for you, it's double damage. The shock effect, that double damage becomes an 8x damage overall. Like just the effect of it is cubed because I can't explain it, just do the math, right? The shock effect bonus applies at every stage. Your initial hit is double damage, right? A double damage is used in the calculation for next damage, which is double damaged again. And then it's used again in the last stage with whatchamacallit, the acidic concoction. And that will be like, I don't know what to tell you, like, that's huge. Acidic concoction is a huge draw to play Pathfinder, and at the very least, to at least start with a Ranger, because if Deadeye is basically the best overall early game, mid game ascendancy, and you can easily swap the Pathfinder the moment you have these uniques assembled, starting Ranger is a no-brainer. You can't go wrong. At worst, you stay Deadeye the whole way. At best, there's some kind of crazy tech with Plague Bearer that utilizes acidic concoction, and all you have to do is just go to the trials one more time and swap your ascendancy to Pathfinder. It seems to me that the biggest risk, but one of the biggest payoff builds on Pathfinder also happens to be on the same S tier ascendancy Deadeye, which I don't want to play because of Fub Gun, but I have to admit that there's nothing wrong with Deadeye. It's that good. If I think also that despite me not wanting to touch Deadeye because it's so overplayed, yet I have to admit, just based on what the tree, the new called shots node, like it's really strong. The only other candidates I thought was Lich, that has the Unholy Might, but thinking about the build with the whatchamacallit, I was excited about it yesterday, watching the Arctic Armor build. Nah, clunky as fuck. Sorry, I just have to say that. I mean, and the problem with going spell damage and investing in spell damage overall is that it has zero benefit to the Plague Bearer. You have to scale your spell damage and poison damage. It's gonna be too many points. I think you're better off running the right side of the tree, the Ranger, Pathfinder. It's just a solid choice. You no longer path to the bottom left. In the original build, I went to the bottom left only because of Deepest Tower. You don't have to do this anymore. You go straight to the right. And you take all the poison as you can. You will scale shock effect to the moon as high as you possibly could. It might make up for the damage loss. It will feel different. You will not get a big initial pop, but we don't know what kind of gems, what kind of items, what kind of tree we're gonna get that could scale the shield charge damage to be really high. I still think that you would run the same thing. You'd run shield charge with a wand with all the gain as extras that you can lock in, or even a staff. No, wait, you can't. No, you need shield charge. So you need a wand with a shield, basically. And you want the shield to have a high armor so that it smacks the enemy really hard, overkills it, propagates the shield charge damage through Trample Toe. Trample Toe poisons everything with a huge damage number, which then charges your Plague Bearer. And once you're charged, if you watch the build, you don't touch shield charge again. You run around the map spamming Plague Bearer the whole way, and it self-recharges all the time. So that's amazing, like, you know. And you use Infernal Cry for bosses to add a lot of gain as extra, and so you need gain as extra usually. Get out my fucking knife. And yeah. Okay, you know what, today it was sticky in the center, so what I'm gonna do today is I'm gonna make sure the butter is concentrated like at the center and let it wait there for the longest time, and then I'll just drip it out to the sides, but I'll centralize the butter in the middle if possible. So in summation, Pathfinder Deadeye start is the best. The more I think about Stormweaver, I think nothing's really changed, has it? It's just the infusion stuff is new. Meh. Witch is very nice too, if you want to play casters, but I don't know. It's also very, I think either Witch, I am influenced by the new video. I think they're right, obviously. When I say right, I mean like what they say is solid, these people. Especially Jungroan. Fubgun, like a true woman, just sits there and listens. And Roots is way too talkative, but Juggernaut is like the real man in that group and just sits there and listens. But he also provides extremely good commentary and input. Whereas Fubgun's plotting out how to beat these people, like overall, like just he's like I know how to beat these guys, like as in I get the most views, the most subscribers, the most attention. Either Witch for casters or a Ranger for attacks. There is nothing better so far, I think, for a league start. Now, Witch Hunter also cool with 100 passive points, but for a league start, I don't know about that. You have to invest into 2 builds, basically. So, yeah. It looks like, depending on what Galen plays, I think I'm just going to play Ranger as well, because the caster start, it's okay. We'll see. There's 2 options. You can play casters or you can play attacks. And if you want to play attack, you play Deadeye, or you play Ranger. If you want to play casters, you play Witch. It seems right. You have Lich, you have Blood Mage. Seems about right. Yeah. What does Sork really have? If you don't like Stormweaver, your only option is Chronomancer, which is horrible. It's horrible. Like it's a party play. Let's see. So that is that. Shock effect. Most of it right down here in my notes. Yeah, it is. If you have crit on acidic concoction, I think it'd be pretty strong. I forgot about that. You can crit, and you would spec into crit on the weapon on the weapon swap. That makes perfect sense to me. Pretty interesting, actually. Is it cooked? Almost. Today I'm gonna have to do programming again. I don't want to slack off. I don't want to lose my mind. I don't want PoE 2. It's in 24 hours, but I don't want PoE 2 to like just take away everything and I'll lose my momentum on programming. I want to keep that programming thing up for sure. I can't drop it off. But, for sure I think I'll live PoE 2 vicariously through Galen and ask him how he's doing and stuff. It's going to be a big league, but I can't see myself getting that hooked as I was before. Because, I'm going to be honest with myself, I still want to make money, as much as I do right all the time. Money is a ticket for the good things in life, essentially. As much as I don't want it to be. Fucked again. I think I need a new pan. That's what I need. I need a new pan overall. Wait, I didn't bang it this time. Is that why? And then, nope, that's not why. Ah, wonderful. Somehow. This was so much easier when I first started out, and then it got harder and harder as I went along. Beginner's luck, I guess, huh? Or I ruined the coating. This is pretty good. Today's omelet is quite delicious. This is a good omelet. It's not overcooked, not undercooked. Slightly undercooked, I would say. That's a good thing, usually. It's delicious. This is a fantastic omelet for today. It's so fun, like doing this every day, every morning. I didn't salt it. That could be why. stay at home. It's too bad. Kyle was supposed to come today, but as I raised my middle finger to the doctors, the nurse probably took me as raising the middle finger towards them. So they're not coming today. How sad. You know, it's so weird. Like, even nurse stations are spiteful to you if you don't follow their agenda. They just say fuck you too, and they don't even fulfill their obligations. That's how money hungry I feel everyone is. Should I not ask for a refund? In principle, I should get one, but I don't want to be like that. Fucking it, because they'll come and they'll be nasty to you the whole way. So fuck them. Again. L'argent, c'est tous. Money isn't everything, but it's close to everything. No, seriously, it is. I mean, Wei was right. If you want women to sleep with you, the good shit. I don't mean the good girls. I mean the good shit. If you want those amazing tits and a nice ass, you need money. You just need money. And you mean a lot. I don't mean like 2 million. I mean like 10, 20, 30 million dollars. So much money that when you marry someone, their father-in-law, not father. If you, her father, right, your father-in-law at that point, would tremble before you, like, unless they are also extremely rich and powerful as well. Then they don't give a shit about who you are. But you know what I mean. Look at that, it's just amazing. Oh, that is a good omelet. No exaggeration. I fucked up yesterday, but today's is very good. Butter in the center. Butter in the center, ho. So good. I put too much salt, but it's okay. Oh my god. These mini tomatoes are so good. They go really well with egg. I kept forgetting to buy them because the nurses always went shopping and they never got mini tomatoes from me at all. Oh, these go really well together. These are really, holy, I gotta, oh my. I have to find a way to, these are, you eat a bite of this omelet and it's very eggy and creamy. And then, you just eat a tomato after. They taste divine together. Oh my god. Wow-wee. Wow-wee. If this isn't a match made in heaven, I don't know what is. What the fuck? They're so delicious, these tomatoes. Jesus Christ. One thing I will give Japanese credit for, and I always give credit where credit is due, their fruits, and tomato is a fruit I believe, are the best in the world. Like, the way Apple puts like their tender loving care into their products, well, I still think they do today, but more in the past. The Japanese do that with their fruits. They're so good. Is tomato a fruit or a vegetable? It's a fruit, right? It looks like a fruit. Oh, it's so good. When you have a really good this, you actually want a second version of it, like a second round, like more, you know, because the dopamine receptors really lit up just now, like neuron activation, literally, on this omelet. I should feature that. It's gone now. Whoops. Oh well. I'm not gonna micro adjust the fucking thing every time. That was a very good omelet. I'm like reeling from the deliciousness, honestly. Oh man. Kind of want to also have a salad too. I need to buy peppers and I bought some linseed oil. You know what? I'm going to make a salad now because I'm hungry. Where are my metal container pots though? It's distressing. What the fuck? They're all used up in the, oh no. Okay, you know what? I have to finish this tomato sauce. You know what? Why not have morning pasta? Because why the fuck not? This is gonna go bad if not already. Oh no, this is really good tomato sauce too. Please tell me it's still okay. Okay, it's still okay, but I better use it up fucking soon, otherwise it's gonna be ruined. Okay, so for this I will switch to the, I will definitely switch OBS back to the other version. It's so neato, huh? Okay. I have to use it up. The oil has already separated from the tomatoes here. Look at that. Okay, so I just heat it up. That's it. This, I don't even remember what the fuck I put in here. I think it's shrimp, canned tomatoes. I cooked it for a long time. It was okay. Today I have Parmesan cheese. The idea is not to mix it, you don't mix this with broth. Nobu was right. The taste becomes a bit too diluted, for lack of a better term. Or like, not diluted, it becomes too kenkasuru. Awanai? It's true. Nobu's a smart guy. I mean, he has to be, I mean, and he understands food very well. Like, you see a guy like him. I also know a guy like, I knew a guy called Jun, who was like the fashion designer. And for some reason, Nobu doesn't like him all that much, and neither do I. Simply because, like, it was funny. He said when he saw him walking by once, and he said he was on his way to learn French. This is the funniest shit that Nobu ever said. He said he's not really there to learn French though. He doesn't like French. He likes the version of himself that's learning French. I'm like, I know what you mean. He's like in love with himself, okay? He doesn't really care about acquiring the language. People are like that, aren't they? Like, you either learn a language because you want to actually speak the damn thing, you have a reason for it, or you learn it because it's because of vanity. It's because of vanity, right? It's because you think you're so cool learning the language. There's a difference. There's a massive difference in my mind. Now, I'm not saying I never did that. When I was a teenager, I treated Japanese as my vanity language, but you know, eventually it kind of migrates into like a necessity thing. And then once you get good enough at it, you just don't care anymore, because just the same way you don't care about your level 100 character in a video game, Why the fuck do you care about a language you've already kind of gotten as good as you can with it? You just stop caring overall because there's nothing left to master, right? Like crazy? Not crazy. Fucking start to heat. See, I'm honestly, I'm addicted to cooking. That's even a thing. It's because it's like heroin. It's like it reduces the pain that I feel in life. By cooking, I know this because if it increased the pain or made me feel like, oh, I have to cook again, I wouldn't do it. I don't have to. I can order food from Uber Eats anytime, but I'd much rather not because I look at every opportunity to make lunch, breakfast, and dinner as a fun time for myself. And I'm really, the only thing that's stopping me is the fact that I get full. If I had a lot of money and I could eat indefinitely, I would just keep cooking the whole time. But I get full, so I can't do this. Yo, it's not burning, is it? Fuck this shit. Wait. If this burns on me, I'm gonna be so fucking sad. Wait. Maybe to add yumminess to this is where your olive oil really comes into play because it goes really well with Italian food, right? I will do this. Just some dolloping of olive oil for whatever reason. Just and low heat if possible. Just low heat if possible. I remember olive oil starts to taste like shit if you overheat it. Yeah. Oh, fucking timer. Yeah, whatever. Same problem as always. I cannot fucking get the pasta to go in the fucking pot easily. God damn it. Go. Bend, you motherfucker. Just bend. Fucking. There must be a better way. Alright. That should be good enough. Heat not even on? It is. Okay. What do I have left to toss in? Nothing. I need to buy mushrooms and peppers. I have nothing left here. Nothing. No, I have pepper. Wait. Spoke too soon. But do I really want to chop the fucking pepper up? No, I don't. I'll save for the salad. Nope. I do not want to do that. Maybe does it taste good with heated tomatoes? Those taste better raw. It smells so good. Yeah, you don't want to add pork stock to this. Nobu was right. It kills the taste. Like, I don't know why. That's a mystery to me. Why does it kill the taste? But it does. That's it. I don't want to overheat it at this point. I'll try to emulsify the damn thing. Like, I have oil in here, some water, I think some water, maybe. If I stir it very rapidly with the noodles, it should emulsify. A fancy word for just saying the sauce sticks like a creamy texture to the pasta. And I'll only eat half of it and save the rest for lunch, I think, because it's too much food. This coffee is really good. That Muji coffee is really good. Amazon is really good. Muji is pretty good too. The stuff they sell on Amazon is very good, Muji. Their paper towel is good. It's cheap. Their coffee beans are like 800 yen for 200 grams, which is not organic, but I mean, like, it tastes so good. I don't know why. Like, I think it's Robusta coffee. I don't give a shit. There's also Arabica or whatever. It's from Peru. I think it's got no caffeine in it. Is that why I feel so high? But it can't be, because the coffee I always drank said 100% Arabica. The whole Arabica and Robusta is like, the fuck you never know anyway, honestly. Like, I'm not even cooking the pasta, am I, here? Whoopsies. Whoopsies, it's okay. It's funny, of all the people I ever met at English Garden, Nobu is the only remaining friend. Is that crazy or what? It's like 500 people of that one. You know what I mean? The guy's amazing. The guy, like, to be able to run a restaurant is such fucking hard business, I think. It's quite the challenge, I would imagine, honestly. No, I mean, to run a shitty restaurant's pretty easy, but to run one that people like, hard. Stressful. Fucking stressful, I would imagine. I still think the guy can make a lot of, like, money from doing a YouTube channel because of what he knows. But I think herein lies the problem. When people get really good at something like that, they don't want to be on TV. Like, they don't think it's interesting all that much. I think? I don't know. He said he wanted to teach cooking. So why the hell doesn't he just run a YouTube channel? The thing is, he needs to pair up. I think he needs to pair up with a camera, like someone who's really good at the streaming thing. Like, you have to have both of them, like some guy who knows how to stream, and he knows how to do like camera work and lighting and everything, so that he can focus only on the cooking part, and it would be a great show. But alas, it's hard to find that pairing and to work out a deal between these two people and make sure that everyone's happy. That's so hard. In fact, cooperation is a very rare commodity these days, isn't it? Like, what I had my current wife after still was, in essence, priceless. As it's rare to find a woman that you really get along with on many ways, right? That is a rarity. You can't buy that with money. It makes it even more valuable because you seriously cannot buy that with money, right? Like, okay, heat on. Let's go for the emulsification challenge. Let's go. I can't do the shaking thing, but I will try to stir vigorously with heat. Whoa, that's a bit too much. Hold on. No. Sorry. Wait, why does it start like sizzling? Okay, how do you get the pasta to why does it stay like this? Come on, mix with everything else, please. I think that's done. I mean, like, it's fine, like, you know? Smell this, come on. It smells very good. Need some salt. A little bit. And I'm gonna add Parmesan cheese today because there it is. But that's it. That's your fucking plate. this pasta for morning. I lied, I'll eat all of it, I'm hungry. I know it's fucked up, it's 9 in the morning, and it's like I'm eating this whole fucking meal for, after eating 3 eggs, I'm just hungry for whatever fucking reason. And it makes me happy to eat this food. It's probably the main reason why.幸せなるから. Okay, I think this looks like a pretty good pasta. So I'm gonna be brutally honest with my own food. If it tastes like shit, I'll say so. Let's see. I want to stir. I don't like hot food. Like stir it up, have it evaporate, stir it even more. All right, let's give it a shot. So you know, no, it's fine. It's okay. It's tasteless for whatever reason. It's weird. I give it a... For overall just feeling of the food, it tastes really good, but it's tasteless. Like I have no, there's no... It's like a nice harmony and a nice bass and zero melody. There's like no melody on top, which is interesting because I think all you need to do is add something on top and it tastes like crazy good. But I have no idea what it is. It needs something. Either more salt or なんか足りない。味がないね。Salt. Oh well. I mean, why not? As it has zero salt in it anyway to begin with. So, let's see. Much better. You know what? I can't even taste the cheese yet, so more. I mean, tomato and cheese is really good, isn't it? Generally speaking. That's really good. I need mushrooms next time. Oh man. Oh, this cheese is so good with this. Oh my god. Holy. Oh, it's so good. Oh, めっちゃ美味しいこれ. Oh my god. Oh my god, たまんないよこれ. I'm gonna overdo it, but like it's so delicious. If you had a mozzarella, like fresh mozzarella cheese, it could be amazing. It could be amazing. I don't know how to say, you know, like. 美味しい. Holy shit, this is good. Oh my god, this is so good. Huh. Maybe because I left it in the fridge for like 5 days. A lot of taste went away. I don't know, maybe. Not 5 days, like 3 or 4 days, I think. This older tomato sauce. There's no garlic taste anymore. It was there before. It's gone now. Next time, I think what you have to do is, because you lose the taste, you'll have to re-add things inside. And not enough onion in the sauce. It's still extremely delicious, don't get me wrong, it's so good. that, again, it's something I'm just fucking full of myself and I don't even know how to cook. But there's Barilla sauce in my fridge. I don't want to use it because it's too salty. I don't like it. And this just tastes much more healthy. It feels healthy to eat this. I think I do cooking a lot because I want to have her unerased the biggest middle finger to my mother. Sorry, I don't like her at all. I don't give a shit what people think. Worst fucking parent ever, I think. Not the worst. There's a lot worse than that. Sorry, but she's pretty fucking bad. And she never made good food. That's it. That's not why she's a bad mother. She thinks she makes good food, but she doesn't. That's the worst part. The garlic is dead after being refrigerated. Interesting. It loses all its pungent taste. Like, In a way, it's more interesting that it's so flat after. I can't explain it, but now I am full. It's only like fucking 9 a.m. That was a lot of food for our breakfast. Always got that. Now it is time for coffee and programming. I have to do programming, otherwise I feel guilty about everything. I feel guilty about not doing something that would make me money. And that's why I have to do it.